Very good morning, students. Today in the session, I'm going to explain you the remaining reference electrodes. In the previous session, we have seen the saturated calomel electrode, Quine hydron electrode, and ion selective electrode. These three electrodes comes under secondary reference electrode. I explained you what is meant by the reference electrode. What is the reference electrode? Reference electrode means the electrode whose electrode potential is already known and which is used to find the electrode potential of the unknown electrode. There are two types of reference electrode. One is called the primary reference electrode and another one is the secondary reference electrode. So here, whatever the electrodes we have seen in the previous class and whatever we are discussing today, those comes under secondary reference electrode. We have only one primary reference electrode, that is saturated, not saturated, standard hydrogen electrode. Whereas secondary reference electrodes are saturated calomel electrode, Quine hydron electrode, and the glass electrode. That is also called as a silver chloride electrode. Today in this session, I'm going to explain you remaining two electrodes, that is Quine hydron electrode and the glass electrode. But before going to see the Quine hydron electrode, we know that every electrode is having the structure. That means every electrode is available in the metallic form and it is having a particular structure. In the previous session, we have seen saturated calomel electrode. We know that saturated calomel electrode is having one structure, and inside we have the platinum rod. At the bottom, we are having mercurous chloride paste, and the tube is filling with the potassium chloride. Yes, it is having a structure and it is available in the metallic form. But where the Quine hydron electrode is not having any structure and it is not available in the metallic form. It is available in the powder form. It is not available in the metallic form. Yes, you remember this. The Quine hydron electrode is available in the powder form in the laboratories. The Quine hydron electrode is the equimolar powdered mixture of quinone and hydroquinone. Not quinine here, quinone. Yes, how Quine hydron electrode powder is preparing? By mixing two in the equal quantity. What are two here? Quinone and the hydroquinone. By mixing quinone and hydroquinone, we are going to synthesize the Quine hydron electrode powder. And it may be used to measure the hydrogen ion concentration. That means we can find the pH by using the Quine hydron electrode. What is the use of Quine hydron electrode? We can determine the pH of the unknown solution. And we can determine the pH of a solution containing an acidic substance. That means we can find the acid's pH value by using the Quine hydron electrode. And let us see how to construct the Quine hydron electrode, because we need to construct the Quine hydron electrode because it is not available in the metallic form. So we need to take the external metal support for the power supply. Because for the powder, the electricity cannot pass. But we know that Quine hydron electrode is one of the reference electrode which is used to find the electrode potential of the other electrode. So we need to provide the electricity to construct Quine hydron electrode. So let us see how we are constructing Quine hydron electrode. A platinum wire electrode is immersed in a saturated aqueous solution of Quine hydrode in which there is a following equilibrium. So how we are constructing? We are dipping a platinum wire in a aqueous solution of Quine hydron electrode. That means what is meant by the aqueous solution? The solution which is containing the aqua as the solvent. What is aqua? Aqua is nothing but the water. We are using aqueous solution of Quine hydron. We know that already Quine hydron is available in the powder form. This powder is mixing with the aqua, that means water. In that solution, we are dipping the platinum wire. And this platinum wire is using for providing electrical contact. This is the construction of the saturated calomel electrode. So we know that quin hydrogen electrode is available in the powder form, and it is the mixture of quinone and the hydroquinone. And one more thing, one more important point is quin hydrogen electrode is using only in the acidic medium. It is not using in the basic medium. That means only in the acid we can add the quin hydrogen electrode powder. We can't add the quin hydrogen electrode in the other than acid solution. That means it is useful only in the acidic medium. The reason is only in the presence of acid only the quinone can be converted to hydroquinone and hydroquinone can be converted to quinone only in the acidic medium. But whereas in the other medium, the conversion is not possible. When this conversion is possible, then only we can synthesize the quin hydrogen electrode. We can make the quin hydrogen electrode. So we can use only in the acidic medium. This is quinone, this is hydroquinone. This is hydroquinone, this is hydroquinone and this is quinone. Hydroquinone converts to quinone, quinone converts to hydroquinone. How hydroquinone is converts to quinone? By losing two H plus ions and by undergo oxidation reaction. And how quinone is converts to hydroquinone? Quinone is gaining two H plus ions. By adding two electrons, hydroquinone is forming. Yes, this is the structure of hydroquinone and this is the structure of quinone. See here, this hydroquinone is losing these two H plus ions to produce quinone. Again, these two H plus ions are attacking at two oxygens to produce hydroquinone. This is a conversion of quinone to hydroquinone, hydroquinone to quinone. So now let us apply the Nernst equation. Same like saturated calomel electrode. But we can't apply the Nernst equation to the structures. So let us write those structure in the form of formula. This quin hydrogen can be representing as QH2 and hydroquinone can be representing as QH2. Quinone can be representing as Q. Now let us apply the Nernst equation. The potential difference between the platinum electrode and a reference electrode is depending on the activity of hydrogen ions in the solution. There is a potential difference between the platinum electrode and the reference electrode. What is a reference electrode here? Reference electrode is a quin hydrogen electrode which is available in the liquid, and the platinum electrode which we are using for providing electrical contact. So when we are dipping platinum electrode in the quin hydrogen electrode, there develops a potential difference. This potential difference is depending on the activity of hydrogen ions. Let us apply the Nernst equation. But before that, what is the Nernst equation? This is the Nernst equation. E is equals to E naught minus 2.303 RT by NF log K. What is R? R is the universal gas constant. Always this is a constant. T is the absolute temperature in Kelvin. N is the number of electrons. F is the Faraday constant. And here K is the equilibrium constant, which is products concentration divided by reactants concentration. Now we need to get N value and K value. What is N? N is the number of electrons and K is the products concentration divided by reactants concentration. What is N in this reaction? In this reaction, N is number of electrons 2 and K is products concentration divided by reactants concentration. What is product here? Q is one product, H plus is another product and reactant is QH2. How to write the products concentration? If we have more than one reactant, we are writing in the place of plus multiplication symbol. And whatever the number of moles are there, that must be on the power. See here, only 1 mole of Q is there, but 2 moles of H plus is there. The moles must be on the power. So Q concentration into, I said now the place, in the place of plus, we have to put multiplication symbol. And H plus power 2. I said now the number of moles must be on the power. So Q into H plus power 2. that is products divided by QH2 concentration. So this thing we are going to write in the place of K. So in the place of N2 and in the place of K, Q concentration into H plus power 2 divided by QH. That's what we have written here is equals to E naught minus 2.303 RT by 2F log Q into H plus power 2 divided by QH2. But we know that how we are preparing the quin hydrogen electrode. Quin hydrogen electrode is preparing by using quinone and the hydroquinone. And these two are in the equimolar. Equimolar is nothing but the equal concentration. Molar is nothing but to express the concentration here. Molarity we are using. Equimolar means equal molarity, equal concentration. So Q concentration and QH2 concentration. Quinone and hydroquinone concentrations are equal. So when this and this concentration are equal, we can cancel these two because these two are equal. So we are cancelling these two. So what is the remaining thing here? H plus is the remaining thing. H plus power 2 is the remaining thing. So let us write the remaining thing here is equals to E naught minus 2.303 RT by 2F log H plus power 2. It is in the form of log X power M. Log X power M means M log X. So 2 will come to front. So we are writing here in the place of 2, we can write this 2 here. When you write this 2 here, this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled with each other. So finally what we will get is equals to E naught minus 2.303 RT by F log H plus. But we know that minus log H plus is nothing but TH, power of hydrogen TH. So in the place of minus log H plus, we can write PH. So when minus is comes here, we can write plus here. So is equals to E naught plus 2.303 RT by F. What we are writing in the place of minus log of H plus, we can write PH. So this is the quin hydrogen electrode potential equation, nonce equation. So by using this equation, what we are going to find? We are going to find the pH of the acidic solution. Yes. So this is about the quin hydrogen electrode. So now let us see what are the application. But before that, just let us look to this point. The quin hydrogen electrode provides an alternative to the most commonly used glass electrode. The quin hydrogen electrode provides an alternative to the most commonly used glass electrode. That means the next topic is the glass electrode. But wherever we can use the glass electrode, in that place we can use the quin hydrogen electrode. That means quin hydrogen electrode is a replacement of the glass electrode. It is the alternative electrode to the glass electrode. However, it is not reliable above pH 8. I said now, this can be used only in the acidic solution. It is not using in the basic solution. So it is not reliable above pH 8 and cannot be used with solution that contain a strong oxidizing and the reducing agent. That means it is applicable only to the acids. It is not applicable to above pH 8 and it is not useful for the strong oxidizing agents and the strong reducing agents. To overcome these drawbacks, we are using the glass electrode because glass electrode can be used for all pH ranges and for the strong oxidizing agents and the strong reducing agents. That we will see in the next topic. Yes, this is about the quin hydrogen electrode. Let us see the next electrode. That is the ion selective electrode. This is the last type of electrode, last secondary reference electrode. In the name itself, we have ion selective electrode. That means it is passing ion selectively through it. That means whatever the electrode we are using, that electrode is specifically using for the specific ions. That is meant by the ion selective electrode. That means it is sensitive to ions. Ion selective electrode is one which selectively responds to a specific ion in a mixture. Let us assume we are taking one electrode in the one solution, dipping one electrode in the solution. In that solution, it is having so many ions, but our electrode is responding to the specific ions. Our electrode can transfer only the specific ions. That is mean by this. Ion selective electrode is one which selectively responds to a specific ion in a mixture, and the potential developed at the electrode is a function of the concentration of that ion in the solution. That means when we are dipping the electrode, the ions, the specific ions will be transferred through the electrode, because electrode is made like data, and the ions can be transferred through it. When ions are transferred through it, there develops a potential difference. That potential difference is a function of the concentration of that particular ion in that solution. That is meant by the ion selective electrode. One of the best example of ion selective electrode is the glass electrode. A glass electrode is an ion selective electrode where potential depends upon the pH of the medium. I said now we are using ion selective electrode or the glass electrode for determining the pH value. So it is very, very sensitive to pH. The glass electrode is consisting of a glass bulb. This glass bulb is made up of a special type of glass. That special type of glass is a sodium silicate with high electrical conductance. So whatever the glass we are using, whatever the membrane we are using, that membrane is a special type of membrane. That is a special type of glass. That special type of glass is a sodium silicate. And this sodium silicate is having the high electrical conductance. And the glass bulb is filling with a solution of constant pH. The entire bulb, whatever the glass membrane is there, whatever the bulb is there, that bulb is filling with a constant pH. That means we are filling with a 0.1 molar hydrochloric acid. And insert with a silver chloride electrode. In that glass, we are dipping the silver chloride electrode, which is the internal reference electrode and also serve for the external electrical contact. So here whatever silver chloride electrode is using, that is acting as the internal reference electrode. External reference is a glass membrane. Membrane also acting as the electrode here. Internal reference electrode is a silver chloride electrode. And this is using for the power supply. And the electrode dipped in a solution contain H+ ions as shown in the figure. So whatever the membrane we have prepared, the entire membrane is filling with the solution whose pH we want to determine. And the glass electrode representation is, this is a representation of the glass electrode. That means this is a cell notation. This is a cell notation. Glass, vertical line 0.1 molar hydrochloric acid, vertical line silver chloride electrode. Here vertical line is representing is contacting between that. So glass is a membrane, 0.1 molar hydrochloric acid, silver chloride electrode. If it is acting as an anode, if it is acting as a cathode, reverse. Sorry, this is for cathode because first we have written electrolyte, then electrode. If we are writing for cathode, first electrode, then electrolyte. That we have seen in the previous class, how to write the cell notation. If it is anode, first electrode, then electrolyte. If it is cathode, first electrolyte, then electrode. This is the cell notation for cathode. And this is a glass membrane. See here, this is a special type of glass. Inside that we are having silver chloride electrode, and the entire tube is filling with the 0.1 normal hydrochloric acid. And this glass is acting as the external reference electrode, and this is acting as the internal reference electrode. The glass electrode works on the principle that when a thin glass membrane is placed between two different concentration of a solution, a boundary potential is developed. Again, I'm reading here. A glass electrode works on the principle that when a thin glass membrane is placed between two different concentration of a solution, when we are dipping this membrane in a solution whose pH value to be determined, there is a difference in the concentration of the inside of the membrane solution and the outside of the membrane solution. So there are two different concentration solutions are there. When the two different solutions concentrations are there develops a potential difference. That potential difference is called the boundary potential. EB is developed at the layers of the glass membrane. That means at the layer, the potential difference is arising, that is called the EB, that is the boundary potential. This potential arises due to difference in the concentration of H plus ion inside and outside the membrane. I said that inside the membrane we are having one acid, outside the membrane also we are having another acid. When the two acids with different concentrations are separated, then EB will be developed. EB is nothing but the boundary potential. So this is the external solution. This is an internal solution. In between that, what we have? We have the glass membrane. So what is the boundary potential? Boundary potential is nothing but external minus internal. E2 minus E1. EB is equals to E2 minus E1. So now let us apply the Nernst equation for the first, that means internal solution and the external solution. What is internal solution? Internal solution electrode potential is E1. External solution electrode potential is E2. Internal solution E1 is equals to E0 minus 0.059 by N. Here 0.059 is at room temperature. That I will explain you in the next class how we got this Nernst equation. But just you remember this 0.059 by N log C1. What is C1 here? C1 is the concentration of the internal solution. And same let us apply for the external also. E2 is equals to E0 minus 0.059 by N log C2. Log C2 is for the external solution, C1 for internal solution. So when we substitute these two in this formula, we can write EB is equals to E0 minus 0.059 by N log C2 minus E0 minus 0.059 by N log C2. So this E0 gets cancelled with each other. Minus of minus plus. So when it will be plus, it will be minus. We can write this at the front and this at the last. So we can write 0.059 by N log C1 minus 0.059 by N log C2. But here N value will be 1. So when we are substituting N, we can write 0.059 log C1 minus 0.059 log C2. But here log C1 is always constant, but C2 is the external solution. External solution concentration is not constant. I said now the internal solution is the constant pH solution. Constant solution, already explained now. See here, what is the internal solution? Constant pH. That means constant H plus ion. That means the C1 will be constant here, but C2 is not constant here. So in the place of C1, we can write constant, but C2 is not constant. So in the place of C2, we can write the unknown H plus. And the place of C2, we can write H plus here. But the glass electrode potential is the sum of boundary potential, silver chloride electrode potential, asymmetric potential. This is not only the boundary potential. Till now we discussed about the boundary potential, but the glass electrode potential is nothing but not only boundary potential, because internal reference electrode also there, and along with that it is developing one of the asymmetric potential. So it is including all three: boundary potential, silver chloride electrode potential, and the asymmetric potential. So theoretically, EB is equals to 0 for C1 is equals to C2. However, small additional potential exists called asymmetric potential. So in the place of EG, we can write EB plus EAG-AgCl plus ESC. EB means boundary potential, EAG-AgCl means internal reference electrode potential, asymmetric potential. But we know what is EB. EB is K minus 0.059 pH. That we have seen from previous, from the boundary potential. We can write K minus 0.059 pH plus EAG AgCl plus E asymmetric. This K Ag AgCl asymmetric can be write as a E naught G. This is the glass electrode potential. By adding these three, we will get glass electrode potential. E naught G minus 0.059 pH. This is glass electrode potential. Ag is equals to Ag naught minus 0.059 pH. This is the last equation for the glass electrode. So remaining we'll see in the next class. Determination of pH also very important for the long question. But whatever I discussed today, these two are also very important for the